Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Your girl is finally back. Sorry I'm late with my opinions, but I was busy with exams and applications and all that adult stuff jazz. I dunno if there are still people who care about what happened last month, but here are my opinions which y'all can either take or leave. May was a bit of an average month, similar to April, with only a few standout performances that completely wowed me. But I think this is probably the last chance we're going to get to breathe before all of the summer comebacks start to bulldoze their way in. I've added a quickfire round to this month's review because there were so many comebacks, and for a couple of them I didn't have much to say, but I still wanted to mention them. So buckle your seatbelts and let's get started. Love the floor work and the teamwork, confidence and sass that goes into the performances. This debut met my expectations, but a small part of me did want them to go over and above it cause the song and MV is a bit simple for a hype debut in my opinion. I didn't see anything new and it felt very safe, but I can't really fault them for that cause of 2022's track record of trashing on girl group debuts. Even with the styling, there are only a few or a couple outfits that I really like. They are mostly quite basic, but then again it suits the minimalistic vibe of the song. But you have to admit their stage outfits are so much better than the ones in the MV. I'm not a fan of most anti-drops, but this one goes so perfectly with the song and is one of the best that I've ever heard. The song is very much something that you'd find on the top 50s in 2016 and is a pretty good workout or runway song, which is very fitting for the concept. I kinda wish, and it was one of my predictions, to have a more majestic and ethereal concept because of their SATICA and Mermaid concept photos. Something similar to Ace's Higher, for example. I'm not going to get into the scandals surrounding this group cause I'm sure you all have already done your own research. All I have to say is it's a shame that so many people in the past and currently are getting hurt by this, but I do hope it's not swept under the rug or drawn out so that it's forgotten. ENHYPEN, enough of that. I'm in love with the name of the group. I think it's so luxurious and unique, and I agree that it sounds like a perfume. Also much like everyone else. Kazuha and Yerin have my heart. WOODZ has become the literal embodiment of a rock star. I Hate You is within the same vein as Bump Bump, but with an edgier concept like Love Me Harder. The album is an ode to 2000s punk and pop rock, and I also hear some late 70s, early 80s and 90s influences in the songs as well. Hope to Be Like You, in my opinion, is the best track on the album and is my new favorite WOODZ song. Dirt on My Leather is my second favorite and it kind of reminds me of AC/DC. I am genuinely surprised at how much I like this song. I think Shut Down is the better title track and Classy sounds like an early ITZY B-side. I wasn't expecting much going into it. At the most I was expecting something similar to Kep1er's debut. And in fact I think the MV looks like a combination of Kep1er's Wah Da Da and Twice's Like Ooh Ah. The song though reminds me of Tribe's music. I really like it and think it suits them well for their age. I've watched their stages here and there and am always amazed at the energy they have. However, as much as I adore them, I don't think I'll stand cause they're just so much younger than me. TXT have entered their Rihanna era LMAO. I kinda like the song on first listen, but like with anything TXT puts out, with more listens it just gets better. It's probably an unpopular opinion, but I much prefer their 2021 title tracks over this comeback cause it matches my personal taste a bit more. Also, I'm more of a sad emo than an angry emo. Random thought, but I think this song would have suited the boys as well. I much prefer all of the B-sides over the title track in this comeback. Trust Fund Baby is the new anti-romantic, and Opening Sequence and Thursday's Child Has Far to Go are my favorites from the album. Oh my f***ing god, it's been a month and I still can't believe BI collabed with the crank that Soulja Boy. Even though it's a pre-release, I would have been more than happy if this was the title track cause it is probably my new favorite BI song and is definitely one of my top 3 comebacks for the month. The song is insanely smooth and DeVita's vocals are so sultry. Not gonna lie, I much prefer BI's verse over Soulja Boy's cause the lyrics are just so beautiful and fit better with the rest of the song. That one line where he says you make me fly without wings, you are my ethics, my law, my world is so beautiful and romantic but not in a cliche or generic kind of way. This song is just art. Simple as that. And if this is the preface to the 2-part album, I don't think I'm ready for what's to come. Mummy, sorry. I seriously can't believe it's taken us this long to get a Yerin mini album. I would have loved it if we got 6 new songs, but I guess a girl can just dream. Also, does anyone else think Stupid sound like it could have been a Red Velvet B-side? Deep slaps, but I would have to be in a particular mood for it. But really the thing that sells me on this song is the MV. Holy cow, I love the spider imagery, especially in her outfits. I love the Ponzono MV, so this is right up my alley. The only thing I think is lacking with this release is a longer, more intense dance break, because this is Queen Yerin we're talking about. The symphony strings at the beginning intrigued me, but then your classic 4th gen EDM sounds come roaring in. I think they could have used a different introduction to the song. Sometimes having the chorus at the start can be fun. Take Everglow's Pirate for example, but this chorus in particular is a bit too abrasive have at the start. I think it's fine and builds up nicely to where it appears the second time. So I think it's just an arrangement problem. But I'm no musical scholar, so what do I know? The pre-chorus and bridge are my fave parts of the song though. I was really looking forward to this debut cause they're from P Nation, but I have to admit I was expecting them to do a more unique concept since they've got Psy behind them. However, they look very promising, so I'm definitely going to keep my eye on them. A return to No Diggity era. I'm not a fan of No Diggity, so I was a bit disappointed with this release. Not cause it's bad, but because it doesn't align with my personal taste. A lot of the visuals and color scheme reminds me of that MV too. Like they really couldn't have given Lido anything other than Joker green hair again. The whole concept of the comeback though is something that I really like, and I love their suits. Also, as an Australian, I gotta appreciate the nod to Luna Park in the MV. 2022 is the year for G-Friend. I'm so happy for Yerin and finally getting to hear her angelic vocals. I love the song. It's so catchy and light and bubbly. It suits her so well. A small part of me wishes that she could have debuted with a different song though, because this sounds a bit dated. Like it's an Eyes One demo that was stored away in 2019. Regardless, those songs slaps. She looks so magical and ethereal, and I'm over the moon that she's back. We go thumbs up. Young Bin and Taewoo, how I've missed the two of you. This debut gets a single thumbs up from me. I'm beginning to experience noise music fatigue, so I'm only clicking with a few noisy songs nowadays. I see a lot of potential in this group, but to put it nicely, you can tell they're a rookie group. There are some times where they look stiff and a bit awkward, but this will only improve with time. Though I gotta say, they really exploited Young Bin's visuals in the MV, and I'm not complaining one bit. It's a safe debut and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm really looking forward to what they do next, so I can get a better picture of what direction their company wants to take them down. Also, if you like Omega X, I think you'll like them, especially cause there are XNOI and X1, the 9 members in the group. Really hope Omega X and Blanky get to interact with each other. Thank God for this song. A criticism that I've had for their last 2 releases was that I could imagine other girl groups do the exact same song in the exact same way. Alive finally makes me see this group in a different light. It's got a similar energy to their debut, but with a splash of teen crush. I really wish Cube would put a little more effort into their concepts, cause the stuff they've done is quite a basic take on whatever it is they pick. Like tons of groups have done the school concept, but I'd say the majority of them have been able to put their own spin on it to give it more nuance. Take Classy for example. Criticisms aside, I can see this song potentially being added to my everyday playlist in the near future cause it's so catchy and I love the beat in the chorus. Though I could probably see other 4th gen girl groups release a song like this. At least if this came on shuffle I'd be able to off the bat tell that it's LIGHTSUM and not some other group. I'ma be real and say the beginning didn't sound promising to me, but I stuck around for the rest of the song cause I know the kind of magic Kang Daniel can do. I have to say, once the chorus starts, the entire song is saved. There's just something so satisfying about the instrumentals and the chants and his vocals all mixed together. Also, is it just me or does anyone else get flashbacks to BTS's DNA era with this MV?
Everywhere go, bring the beatbox.
I've been loving the 90s and early aughts inspired tracks this year. This song is such a vibe and a half, and I love driving to this song so much. I predicted that I was going to like the repackaged album title track more, and I guess I like beatbox over glitch mode, but it's only very slightly. If I'm being honest, it sounds more like a B-side, especially cause it's SM. This is gonna be a random opinion inserted into this review, but I'm getting tired of SM's yearly plans for NCT cause it's getting so repetitive. I miss the days in 2018 when you had no idea what to expect next. Also, I'm really hoping that we don't have another repeat of NCT coming back as the full ensemble right at the end of the year with an NCT 2023 album cause they barely got to promote the 2022 album last year, which was such a waste. Hot damn, talk about a concept change. This is such an inferno of a song. On first listen I was a bit indifferent to it cause I wasn't expecting it, especially after the softness we experienced with Darling. But after a while of seeing snippets of the song here and there, it grew on me and now I go into full song and dance whenever the chorus hits. I'm really surprised with how much it grew on me in just a few weeks. I think it's such a perfect summer bop, and even though it's winter where I live, I'll probably be playing this all the way till it's summer in Oz. Minor critique, but I kinda wish the second half of the chorus went like 10% harder, but I guess finding bass boosted versions will suffice. Oh damn, I am genuinely shocked that they are having a comeback so soon this year. The cinematography is gorgeous, their fits are so good, and Hanse's scene is too iconic. I just wish the MV was a bit less hazy. This low-key kinda seems like the lover child of Nostalgic Night and Howling, two of my absolute favorite title tracks from VICTON. What I said and Chronograph just weren't my taste, so I'm glad to see that they haven't lost their more sentimental side. The song is kinda simple, but this is the vibe that I love to see from VICTON. I can imagine other groups doing a song like this 5 years ago. Like ONEUS is the first group that comes to mind. But you know there's nothing wrong with that. Praying that we get another comeback this year that goes up a level from this. And now to round off the video is a little quick fire round of a couple more May comebacks. Y'all know how much I'm all for 80s nostalgia and sentimental songs, and I really do like this song. I actually think it's one of their best and I love to boogie down to it every day. But I can't help but miss what iKON used to be like. I guess I just miss the old YG sound in general. It's been far too long. Welcome back ladies. I think it would have been better as a winter release, cause there's something about the composition that reminds me of EXO's winter songs like Miracles in December. I love the meaning behind the album's name and all of the tracks on it, especially Side Effects. If you're like me and listened to a lot of alternative indie music in the early 2010s, then this is for you. In my opinion, I think Phase Me is the weakest song on the EP. I would have liked some more rock elements in the chorus instead of the mid-2010s Charlie Puth-like anti-drop. It's a throwback to disco, so of course I like it, but the B-sides are the real stars of the comeback. Something Something, More and MJ, Moonbin and Rocky's solos are insanely good. Astro's music is either a hit or a miss for me, but this new album is making me want to give their discography a proper listen. Tad disappointing. It sounds like a Monster X demo. If this came out before 2020 I probably would like it a bit more. I must admit that brand new music's releases thus far this year have been quite average, and I hope they prove me wrong in the second half of the year. BDC, please come through and save 2022. Words can't describe the extent of my happiness to see GOT7 reunited. Love the dreamy romantic hues of the MV. The song is really fresh and groovy, but it doesn't fit my personal taste in music. I used to like these types of songs a couple years ago, but I guess I've just gotten tired of it over time. The ladies are back with a vengeance, but I'm sad to say that I'm not too hot on the song personally. It kinda sounds like Third Eye's Stalker with Everglow's pirate styling. Hoping for another comeback from them this year but with their old sound. So that's it for the video. Thank you for making it to the end and I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down your thoughts on this month's comebacks as well as your faves. Until next time, stay groovy, stay safe, keep smiling. Love you all. Bye bye.
Make this move on.